We are finally into the heart of the trainer suite. The first thing we should do is let Sophia walk us around the hotkey trainer and point out some of the things going on. This will give us an overall bird's eye view of how it works. Afterward, I will walk you through the process of customizing and configuring hotkeys and settings.
It seems that Logic wasn't so excited to go first after all. This part of the platform does have a lot going on, so let's see if we can break it down some. Let's just start by getting the layout figured out. Near the top of the page, there is a blank window. This is your play window, where the action happens. Just below that, you will find a start session and a start drill button. This will make sense in a minute. The trainer is designed to run hotkey execution drills by giving command prompts based upon various hotkey configurations and selectable parameters that determine the way the prompts are given. These are found below the play window and clear to the bottom of the page. That's right, there are a lot of them, so let's let Logic get into them later. Now back to the drills. Drills are grouped into larger groups called sessions. 1 to 10 drills can make up a session. To start drilling, first start a session by pressing the Start Session bar below the play window. This will highlight the Start Drill bar, and pressing it will begin a drill. At a minimum, a hotkey profile must be present in the Hotkey Profile Selector bar, just below the Drill Preset bar. The Drill Preset bar is where you can save the selected hotkey profile along with any other available drill variables as a drill preset, thus creating a one-click load drill button. At the end of a drill, you will be prompted to either save or discard that drill. Each drill's name is auto-filled with a timestamp, which you can change if you wish to. Any number of drills can be saved to a session, up to a maximum of 10. For saved data to transfer into your analytics and performance pages, on a per drill basis, each drill must be individually saved, whether it's separate from a session or included in a session. Saved sessions without saving the individual drills in the session will only capture the aggregated totals of all the combined drills in that session. I promise, this will make more sense as you get into it. Remember to look for the question mark help buttons found throughout the trainers. I'll let Logic get into the hotkey configurations and how to customize them.
Alright, let's dive into the core of the trainer, hotkey configurations. You will notice a navigation card on the right side of the page about halfway down. In that card, the fourth button down will take you to the Configure Hotkeys page. Now, because you previously loaded the hotkey default settings earlier, like I suggested you do, you will see 6 different zeroth default profiles in the drop-down menu. Selecting any one of them will highlight the keys in that profile that are bound to a command. Then, if you scroll to the bottom of the page, you will see those commands displayed in an active key map. It is from this page that you can bind any key to any command. You can also toggle between long and short biased commands. There is a really awesome feature at the bottom of the page where you will find a custom commands section. Going to the Manage Custom Commands page will let you create any custom command you wish, so you're not limited to the pre-configured ones. Now let's navigate back to the trainer, and you will see your active key binding shown in the lower right corner. The active profile shown is the one that would be used if you were to start a drill now. Once you have created a drill preset with your binding, the selected drill preset will be shown in the active key bindings card and also be rendered on the active key map. The only trainer that your hotkey configurations don't come into play in is the keyboard trainer. All 5 of the specialty trainers and drills will make use of your hotkey configurations. There you have it. Feel free to delete or modify any of the default and imported hotkey configurations. Just so long as you always have at least one configuration saved, the platform will be able to run drills. Sophia will quickly run through the main highlights of the various types of drills that you can create.
All right, let's get right to it. Drill presets. And what are they? You will see right under the play window an outlined and highlighted selector card. There is a reason for that. Drill presets are a way to combine any number of selectable variables and save under one name. Once saved, selecting a saved drill preset will load every drill variable that was saved with it. Once you have created some drill presets, it's just a matter of selecting them from the Drill Preset drop-down menu and begin your drills. It's that easy. Let's look at some of the easy settings. Starting at the bottom of the page, you can select a hotkey prompt speed. This is the max time allowed for the command to be given, combined with your execution of the command. Moving up, you can select a prompt mode for voice or visual prompts. Selecting visual prompts will bring up another option for change commands per prompt. You can select the drill mode for time duration or by command count. There is also a prompt speed type, which will allow the prompts to be given at a constant speed or with a variable speed range. Select these variables, then save them as a drill preset. I am going to let Logic explain the command groups, prompt scripts, and frequency layouts that can also be added into your saved drill preset.
I must say that this is getting pretty involved now. It should be noted that groups, prompt scripts, frequency layouts, and commands per prompt are all mutually exclusive. Moving right along into command groups. Command groups provide you with a way to have selected hotkey commands prompted less often than others. From the Manage Command Groups page, you can select one of your saved hotkey profiles and break that profile into a maximum of 4 groups, with one being the primary group and the rest being subgroups. Be sure and read the helps for the command groups page for more details. In the helps, you will find a chart that details how many commands to put in a group to reduce those commands' percentage chance of being prompted relative to any other command's chance. Now let's look at prompt scripts. This will give you a way to have commands prompted in a specific order. Over on the prompt scripts page, you can, from one of your saved hotkey configurations, select a hotkey profile and create a sequence of either single or multiple commands per line, up to 10 lines. Single commands per line will create the specific sequence of commands we just mentioned, while multiple commands per line will add some randomness in the commands given per line, since only one command per line will be prompted in the script. Finally, there are frequency layouts, which are another way to select individual command keys and assign it a percentage relative to all other commands, thereby reducing its chance of being prompted by a given percentage. The hotkey frequency layout page will display, on a keyboard grid, the keys within a selected hotkey profile. Selecting a key will propagate every command bound to that key, which you can then select to add. Once added, you can select a color for that command and the frequency percentage you want to reduce that command's chance of being prompted in a drill relative to the other commands. Build out your layout with as many keys as you like. You don't need to use every key in the selected hotkey profile. Name your layout and save it. Last, we have the commands per prompt selector bar, which will only work in visual mode. Here, you can select either 2, 3, or 4 different random commands to appear with one prompt. The idea is to execute these multiple commands in quick succession before the timeout occurs. Are you still with me? Okay, good. I hope this overview has helped you see some of the possibilities and flexibility you can create into your hotkey training. I'll let Sophia wrap this up for us. Make sure you read the helps for each of these features to get them dialed in.
Now you can start to see why we recommended loading the pre-configured default settings, even if you didn't plan on using them. It gives you some examples of the various ways you can configure your hotkey drills. You have probably noticed all the question marks in little colored circles. These open into help sections and are placed in strategic spots throughout each trainer and drill. Each trainer and drill will have a main page overview help section, and you will also find specific helps where they will be particularly useful. I highly recommend that you avail yourself of these helps so you gain the most from your trainer. Logic and I are here to give you a quick bird's eye view and introduce you to the main features available within the trainers, but the helps will fill in a lot of the overlooked details. The Hotkey trainer is the most complex and option-filled trainer in the suite, but the keyboard trainer will have its share of configurations and settings too. You can count on Logic and me to be in the keyboard trainer, ready to take you through that journey as well. But first, let's dive into the hotkey configuration page and hit Logic's and my video icon for page 5 of 12.